This week on the Triple T Podcast.
We did it. We're back. It's Triple T, baby. Happy belated Labor Day. Hopefully you guys didn't have to labor on this day. I know the three of us didn't because at the time of the recording, it is Labor Day.
Belabored.
We're belabored. But Sharon, it's me, it's Matt, it's Beard Laws. Joining me as always is Goo and the Yo-Yo Kid.
Yo-Yo.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Hopefully things are good and you guys are enjoying.
I could use a time machine to go back to Friday.
Yes.
To start this weekend over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
hasn't been the best.
Did a fantasy football draft. Did pretty well. I think I outdrafted everybody. Got more wide receivers than anyone. So I think that's a win.
Halfway through, I'm like, Burley, you drafted 6 straight wide receivers. You need a running back and tight end. He's like, what? Like, Rob's crying, laughing.
It's bad. It's pretty rough. Wait, did you auto draft?
Do you have 2 teams?
I have one and the wife has one.
Who's the other beard?
That's the wife's account.
Wait,
It's one of my emails. She's the whatever. Nobody really cares about her fantasy football, but yeah.
I'm very confused.
I'll catch you up. I'll draw you a picture. I'll tell you when you're older. We'll travel back in time before the league started, and we'll tell you all about it.
Land Before Time. Shout out Littlefoot.
In the year that we're traveling to, I would have thought originally, until we had to actually look it up, that this would have been before fantasy football in 1977, but it turns out it wasn't. We looked it up, and apparently it was, 1960 or something like that, fantasy football actually started?
Some old dude with a real old name.
Very old, long name that I think ends in a ski or a ska or something.
Yeah, it was a Ruski, if you know what I mean.
Definitely smart. So, I don't know. I say before we jump into it, let's go over real quick our top 10. We have all of the updates as promised, and we'll go through real quick our top year. Do you guys have any guesses, or did you guys look at the sheet?
It's got to be 97.
Our top year in music, 2000.
Wait.
Then it goes 97, 94, 83, 89, 91, 72, 67, 69, and 81 are our top 10 in music.
All the years of us being teenagers is going to be the years.
Yeah, I thought that, but 91 turns out, I thought that was going to be a little bit of a bigger one, but for whatever reason, I was landed number 6 on there. And as we get going, it's going to be fun. We're going to do the bottom 10 eventually, because right now, obviously, there's a lot of years.
Bottom 10 is just going to be the 30s. It's just going to be the 30s.
Yep.
For sure.
But for movies, which is going to be pretty cool that I want to do that as well, the number 1 year in movies, 94. Not a surprise there. Number 2 is 97. Number 3 is 89. Number 4, 2000. Number 5, 91. Number 6, 83, number 7, 72, number 8, 67, number 9, 69, and our top 10, 1981.
Now that I have this fancy machine, let's see if I just type in this week's year and see what movies I have from that year.
Oh,
that's a little fun thing we're going to do. Brought to you by Timber Rays.
Brought to you by Timber Rays. You want to look as cool and hide your eyes so nobody can really see what you got going on there? Joe Timber Rays.
Oh, yeah, dude. Inspired by nature's beauty, their designs range from classic silhouettes to bold contemporary styles. It says here to put in a story of my own. Friend of mine, cancer. Going through the chemos. Saggy eyes. Didn't like how it looked when he was at church. Timber Rays. Hit that. Looked great. Yourself some Timber Rays, everybody.
See, I'd wear them throughout the episode, but when I wear them with the UV 400 protection or whatever they have, I can't see my monitors. My monitors go dark.
They have lots of different styles for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they have different monitor classes, I think.
Do you think
go to their
if
catalog.
I wear them like this, does this look cool? I feel like it looks creepy.
New style.
I like that. I like that, dude. I'll be honest with you. It makes it look like you said a funny and you go,
Now you can't see anything.
You have to do that every time you make a funny.
It is a thing.
Like, I don't know, dude. If you look up the number 5 red, I'll pull it up right here. Pretty, like, it looked like they would go good on, like, for a monitor, the number 5 red over there.
Oh.
Looked like you'd be able to see a monitor good.
Yep. Yeah, I got the ones right
these
there.
number
The
ones right
11
here are
or 7
sick. The 7s. Oh, what? Where?
left.
Where am I missing it? Up left. That's 11.
See, I can't see anything. It looks like 7 and a 5.
See, the number 1s right here are pretty sick. This might be
Those
the
are
next pair
cool.
I get. I like these.
Those are cool.
So yeah, somebody
Little
beat
different.
me to it. Tell me what you think of the timber rays, and they're sustainably sourced and all that other stuff, but they will hide your chemo eyes.
There we go.
Chemo eyes.
And as you can see, I'm rocking a Vermont flannel. When you go all year surfing the internet after you go to Timber Rays, go to Vermont flannel. Use code BeardLaws24. Got that sorted out in my brain today. And where we are, we had a frost warning last night. It's been in the mid 50s with about 10 mile an hour winds. It's been chilly. So it is definitely flannel season, and I'm loving this little flannel hoodie. So if you guys want, check it out. It even has a little place for all you, cool kids to put your cell phone inside your pocket. So maybe you could potentially put some keys in there so they don't fall.
Ooh, for key bumps.
I was thinking.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But let's not bring up old shit.
No, I was just, just throwing out advice.
You think
to
you
all
could
of our-
store $720 in cash in those pockets?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, 100%. If it was 7 100s and a 20. Or a wad of cash the size of a cell phone.
That's it.
That too. Okay. Well, let's stop with the bad news. Let's go with the good news, and let's jump into it. What do you think? We ready?
He didn't have to kill a bear. That's a good news bear.
That is the good news bear. He
Sad
didn't
to
steal
say,
his picnic
huh?
basket.
Good news bears. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was funnier than it was. Okay.
You got it out of me.
We got that. For those who want to know, I was hunting a bear. A bear was in my neighborhood, my property, a yard. So I spent the last couple nights seeing if it'd come back. So it didn't come back. So
It
We're
didn't
good.
have to die.
It's a good day to be a bear. They barely knew that was going on, but now that is clear. So he only would have killed him out of bare necessities.
love it.
I got nothing, and I'm so bummed out. I got nothing, dude.
Mic drop.
I wanted to do one of those barely newer something type of thing, but I had nothing.
Yeah. I
More
know. I
like,
just
more
kept
like
thinking,
Burley. Am I right? Huh? This sucks.
all right. What do you think? Should we do the thing then? Should we make the journey back to
let's-
77?
Let's make machining. Let's machine.
Let's
in
machine.
time.
Let's do it.
It's just there we go. Took a second. It's like it needs a new battery too.
And I bet you it wouldn't be very expensive to have to get a new battery.
Drop the key fob to the time machine in the goddamn sewers.
Friggin' Ninja Turtles.
That's who we should have called Heroes in a Half Shell. There you. Right now. 1977.
Woo!
Did you
We
try?
did it,
Did you
fellas.
try throwing a pizza in the sewer?
Wait.
I would have tried that. Fuck
Well,
off.
I did talk to a rat, a really old one. Some bitch was pretty pretentious, if you know what I mean.
Spent some money.
Yeah. Fucking 1977, fellas. We're here.
We did it.
Mark Hamill is about to become a household name, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, foreshadowing.
There was some other decent stuff, I guess, for people that are into, Apple.
The
That was a big thing.
The cinnamon roll is about to become very popular.
Oh.
Put on the side of your head.
Yeah. The one of my favorite genres of music starts to become popular, so that's pretty sweet. Is it punk rock? 77 was just maybe.
Saved a thing. I'm about to show you something here.
I saved the thing.
I saved a thing. I took a screenshot of it. And then in all my drunken ramblings last night, it's pretty far back. Give me just a second.
Well, I can actually see your phone through your glasses.
Ooh.
Is that Tinder?
Yes. I'm swiping hard right on everything. Where is it? I took a screenshot. Okay, so there was in that lovely place called India a thing that happened in 1977. So they're going through a drought, right? Started in 75, so fucking 2 years of drought, nasty. And in India, it's either feast or famine, literally, because when it gets dry, it gets dry. They have the monsoon season. If the monsoon season doesn't happen, people die. They estimate in the last 300 years, over 100 million people have died in India of starvation just based on how the ebbs and flows of the monsoon season work.
Yeah.
Did I not take this screenshot?
It was a 21-month period from 1975 to 1977.
Yeah. You want to see something funny? Look up the stampede of elephants in Shandanka, India.
Scared too.
Chandaa. So these elephants got so thirsty, they're like, fuck this. We're raiding this village, and we hungies. We're going to get all the human food out of the houses. And they just started whacking people. Just bad. Did you find it?
Well, I see it. There was an episode of Doomsday, History's Most Dangerous Podcast, and they covered the entire elephant stampede of 1977 in episode 27. That was the first thing that popped up.
That's how I found out about this. Yeah. That's how I found out about this. Good podcast. Shout out to Doomsday Podcast, by the way.
Shout them out.
Pretty good.
20. Well, the reason I'm looking at it is it's happened a couple of times because there's 24 died. This was in 1972. Elephant dies because of the herpes virus. That was recent, I guess.
Hey, seen it 1,000 times. Do you know how strong an elephant trunk is?
Very strong.
It's like 400 pounds of pure muscle.
It's 1 ton or 2 tons, yeah.
I don't know. Everything is pointing to 72 except for that podcast. So I'm not sure.
Well, the drought started in 72, apparently.
Yeah, everything keeps going to that. But yeah.
That's fine. You know what? Yeah. Fuck this thing. We're not talking about elephants anymore.
Nope.
I was just pretty interested about it.
It did say that elephants drink up to 80 gallons of water a day.
Well, I found out that they have enough power to literally just... They could remove your head with their trunk just by going... Huh. Yeah. That's how hard they can hit. Like, if you had to tie your hands behind your back and take the hardest hit from Tyson in his prime, you would probably be better off taking that than being just randomly slapped with the trunk of a fucking elephant at full speed. Yeah. Elephant could fucking break you in half just playing with you.
Well, for one, for the payday, I would fight Tyson. I mean, 'cause why not? I'll wake up in the hospital. I mean, I'll be fine.
What if you don't wake up?
Yeah, brain damage is forever.
I'll get back up. But just recently in the news, there was a...
For anybody wondering, that was...
like, I'll get back up. I got heart, bro. I got heart.
That was Gute saying he would fight Tyson. Yeah. Beard Laws and Burley are all out.
I have enough brain damage, dude. This sucks.
Yep, that's Gute. Gute, Gute.
Yeah.
Find me. It's like,
oh man, he's still... Unless you're... Maybe it wasn't a bear. Maybe it was Mike Tyson that was looking for you.
That's...
It's not. It's not at all. Who do you think would win in a fight, Mike Tyson or an actual bear?
Somebody has had to have had this breakdown. Somebody's had to make that fucking...
analogy.
Do y'all remember that show? Was that out in 1977? They were like, a Viking versus a ninja. And then they would like break down why.
No.
Like, who would win? Do y'all remember that show?
Yeah, it was Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell did that show. It was
definitely wasn't 77 then. Maybe Chuck Liddell was born in 77.
Oh, we should probably look up the birthdays.
Who
do you think was born in 1970? Speaking of
sports and Chuck, though, let me get the sports out of the way.
Yay!
Yankees win the World Series. Boo, they beat the Dodgers. A couple of teams that are still apparently pretty good at baseball. In football, the Oakland Raiders defeated the Minnesota Vikings 32-14. NBA, Portland Trail Blazers defeated the Philadelphia 76ers, another year. Philadelphia loses. We know how we feel about Philly, except for Rob. Stanley Cup champion, Montreal Canadiens defeated the Boston Bruins in 4 games to win the Stanley Cup. What about
Raiders
that?
head coach was John Madden.
That was
I wish I could do a John Madden impression.
I was trying to like channel my Frank Caliendo. I'm like, do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't.
It's been so long since I've even heard his voice, I couldn't even replicate it if I wanted to.
Yeah, that's how long it's been since I played in a Madden football game.
Guy there. I can't do it.
Maybe just watch the little watch the Little Giants. Hear John Madden.
Little Giant's been coming up here a lot lately. The fridge. Is that
The
her
ice
name?
box.
That's what it was. That's
The
what
ice
it
box.
was.
You were close.
Cherry Tootsie Pops. 1977 birthdays, though, pretty solid. Pretty
Look.
solid.
Let's talk about it.
Kanye. Easy.
Oh, okay.
John Cena. Pictures just blink.
Birdie.
Shakira. The GOAT. Old Tom Brady.
Oh,
Somebody named Think Noodles. Don't know who that is.
think noodles.
Think Noodles. All one word. Anybody got an idea? Think
None.
Noodles.
It's a YouTuber.
Well, famous
And-
enough that he's like number 5 on this list, and there's people I've heard of after him.
Yeah, I don't know. When you
Orlando
go-
Bloom here.
Orlando Bloom, right?
Tom Hardy, Ludacris, Luda, John Mayer, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Brock Lesnar, Fiona Apple, older or younger than I thought. I thought she was older. Let's see here. We got Donald Trump Jr. Word.
Junior.
2 Chainz,
Not one,
Daddy
but 2.
Yankee, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Dude, she
Like
could
that
get
one.
it in a day. I like that.
Who like that one?
Yeah.
I heard that. Or was that for Daddy Yankee?
No, it's for Buffy.
Who is it? Jason Earls.
Steve Urkel.
And why is he 47 but look 12?
Jason Earls was Jackson Stewart in a Disney Channel sitcom Hannah Montana, apparently.
47 but looks 12. He got the
Does look-
Benjamin Button disease, dude.
I know,
He
right?
does look very young. Holy cow.
Liv Tyler, Jeff Hardy, Robin Thicke,
Huh?
Jeezy, Jason Aldean, is that who we saw as wiener last night?
No,
Jason Aldean?
I
That
didn't
was
see anybody's wiener.
That was Jason Aldean. We looked up his wiener.
Cool. How was it?
I think it was fake, but it was juicy. I'll tell you that much. Veined up. Made me want to
77.
eat a Snickers upside down just to feel the veins on my tongue.
he was trying to like encapsulate like sideways 69 the way his look on the beach chair.
He looked like Tom Selleck in that old picture.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, let's just. Ah man, I wish we could release that show. Anywho,
Anyways,
Doozy.
those are some people that were born. Good for them. Pretty tough year. There's some tough people in 77.
Yeah, dude, like Black Betty,
Bam
I
Lamb.
wonder-
Bam Lamb.
think you could take a punch from John Cena, Goot? You thought about that.
You
No,
are crazy. You are crazy, dude.
Where would he hit me? And like I was like a height comparison. I'm like,
First off, he would look at you right in the face and go, and then fucking do the move. That's what he would do.
I stepped to
But
the
yeah,
side.
it's called the FU. He'd hold you up here and just go.
It's all scripted.
No, it's not, dude. It's predetermined, not scripted. Difference.
Yeah.
Those people fucking hurt themselves more than most fucking sports stars.
We'll make sure to have a bed reserved for you in the hospital after that one. By
Appreciate
we,
that.
I mean whoever's close to you in your life, because I am not going to have probably a lot of say in your health insurance. But I'll make a call. Definitely make a call. Before we jump into music and movies, let's do prices. The average cost of a house, $49,300.
Sweet.
Which we know is quite a bit more these days. Average income was about $15,000 a year. Average cost of a new car was about $5,800. Gallon of gas was about 62 cents. The movie ticket was about $2.23. Stamp was about $13. Loaf of bread, $36. Gallon of milk, $1.68. Dozen eggs, 82 cents. College tuition was only like $2,600 a year.
Dude, the national average of gas is $3.80 currently.
Gee,
That's
really?
wild. That's wild.
Yeah, we're about $3.84, $3.85.
Dude, I just passed the gas station on the way home today at $2.85. It's so wild how based on where you live, it's so different.
Yep.
Yeah, $2.85. We make the gas here, Gute.
Yeah, I was going to say. Doesn't have to
True.
go as far.
So what do we got here? A gallon of milk. I feel like a gallon of milk in 1977 at $1.68 is still high.
I was thinking the same thing.
I have no
mean-
idea how much milk costs on the regular. I
Where
see it's here for $4 to $4.50, but I don't go grocery shopping, so I don't know.
Yeah,
So
it depends.
that's
Yeah, it's anywhere, $3, $4, depends what you're buying. If you're, obviously a gallon. Yeah, you're probably $4.
lady work, dude. Let them
Milking
do
a cow?
that. Yeah, milking themselves. We should bring back Tim Allen noises, dude. Huh?
They went away? I heard a lot of them. There was a lot of weird, that's weird they said that. Last night where I was hanging out, people were making Tim Allen jokes and Wilson, and
Dude,
haven't heard-
Small World. Maybe I was there.
Graphics.
Maybe I was there.
maybe you
weren't
guys were
there.
saying it and I was watching it on Riverside for free entertainment. I wasn't.
Man,
I
that
was
would've been great.
wondering.
I wasn't. I wasn't.
You'd have been, guys, come on, stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. I was wondering why Riverside contacted me today and said, we're going to have to pull your account. Just kidding.
Elvis is dead. Elvis
Spoiler alert.
is dead.
Who would have thought?
Dude, just a few days ago, it's September 2nd, August 16th, he crapped out, if you know what I mean. Died on the toilet, right?
Is that how?
Died on the toilet. I believe he died on the toilet. And I don't know if this is true or if this is John Wayne. Which one was it who had like a ton of fucking... Yeah, I think it was John Wayne. Because I think Elvis was a pill problem.
Mm.
I believe, yeah, he was taking all the pills.
Yeah. Look at it. It says, did he die? This is, he was found in the bath, found dead in the bathroom after living on a diet of cheeseburgers and Coca-Cola.
Hey, that rules.
But
Dude,
apparently,
think about it. Elvis, apparently what he would do was he would just have TVs brought up to line his swimming pool on the outside of it. And he would sit on a floaty and just shoot the TVs. Bored. Just bored.
There's an awesome thing on YouTube where he talks about being strung out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's before a live show. It's he talks about what the people are writing bad stuff about him, being on drugs and all that stuff like that. So he goes on a rampage, like say he's gonna kill them, pull their tongue out, cut their tongue out. It was perfect.
Dude, he ran with some mafia dudes. He could have done it. Like they were, what were they called? Like the Memphis Mafia or something like that? Like he ran with some, his people were fucking rough dudes.
this says on mirror.co.uk, as a consequence of his high-fat, unhealthy diet, Elvis suffered from chronic constipation, and a post-mortem examination found that he had 4-month-old compacted stool sitting
That's
in
it.
his bowel. The singer was also on a cocktail of drugs and had been prescribed almost 9,000 pills, vials, and injections in the 7 months before his death.
Dude, you know how much fun you could have with 9,000 pills and injections? So much fun. Like 4
Oh.
months of not pooping fun.
And about 7 months of fun until you're gone.
That's all you
His
need.
girlfriend was 21 at the time, named Ginger. And he was, what, 42?
Yeah, here's what everybody looks back and doesn't think about how much of a pedophile Elvis was. Elvis was such a pederast, dude. How old was, what's her name?
Priscilla,
How old was she? 14?
when they first met, I mean, Christ.
Whenever he took her on the road. She was like 14.
18, giggity.
No, she wasn't. We know she wasn't. He was a little pederast, dude. And the parents were like, go for it, dog.
You
Good
won.
to go. They had to sign off on it, dude. For him to be able to cross state lines with a child, they had to hand over the what's it called, guardianship. So he had to become guardian to his girlfriend. Isn't that wild?
That's
The
gross.
70s were weird, dude.
Yeah. Well, this would have been probably before then too, right? 60s, 70s.
I don't know.
Either way,
dude.
different time.
If you look at the pictures, like the earliest pictures of them two together, it's fucked up, dude. It's a child. And Elvis is just sitting there looking all sexy.
Elvis was a stud.
Yeah, I was jealous of her. Let's be honest here. Well, take me.
Yeah. All right. Well, where do we want to go? You want to wrap the show up like you've been with
that's fine.
the stuff? You want to do that? Want to jump into some music? I did mention earlier.
I was deep in music. We were calling Elvis a pedophile. I could do this for 30 minutes, guys.
Yeah, but he didn't have like a ton of huge hits in the 70s and 77, right? Because he died.
When did his Christmas album come out? 76? 75?
Elvis.
That's a good question.
Let's see here. Yeah, he had Moody Blue come out in 1977. Can't play it, obviously. It says 24th and final studio album. It was released a month before he died, dog.
Wow.
Released June 19th, 1977.
Wow.
Moody Blue. It's kind of a dark covered album. He's on the cover, but he's like kind of far away and tiny because Fat Elvis wasn't exactly.
Probably not something that
Anybody wanted
Let's
to
see
see.
here. The album was a mixture of live and studio work, included the 4 tracks from Presley's final studio recording sessions, 2 tracks left over for the Graceland sessions. Okay, so it was kind of just like a compilation of sorts.
Gotcha.
All overseas pressings were black vinyl. So,
What about the Moody Blues? They were before him. Do you think that they got pissed that he had an album called Moody Blue?
dude, I don't think. I mean, Elvis pissed off a lot of people. He was steady stealing, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stealing our hearts, stealing children, stealing music. Dude was a fucking creep. Yeah, you know what? Can we just say fuck Elvis? Huh? Can we be those guys? Are y'all Elvis fans?
Not really.
I wouldn't consider myself one. I don't.
Yeah.
I can't name probably an album that he put out except for the one that's He Touched Me, because I just looked it up and I thought it was funny.
It was a song written by Priscilla. He was a piece of shit. Elvis was a piece of shit. There's your clip.
I have to imagine there's not going to be a lot of people our age that are going to go to bat for Elvis.
Dude, you'd be surprised how many people would go to bat for Elvis and the Beatles and yada yada. People that were younger than us will fucking defend the Beatles like they were God's gift to everything. They were probably better asses too.
Has anybody here gone to Graceland?
No.
I have no interest.
I'd go, but it's just not. I'm never around it. Have you been?
No, I've been curious too, but nothing's pulled me to it.
Dude's like, I'm not going now.
I heard that because he's buried there, it's considered a cemetery now. Thus, no taxes on the land. Yada yada yada. That's why it stays in the family.
Really
clever.
Yeah. But that's honestly, I heard that from Vanilla Ice, so I don't know if that's true. But he said that on a TV show, and I was like, that's pretty good.
Was he sober at the time or not?
Yeah, this was like recently. He's like one of those. Apparently he makes really good money on real estate.
I've heard.
So yeah,
I'd believe sober Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, this is a recent thing. He's all old and not parachute panty.
That's too bad. We should bring those back
for sure. So looking at the music, there's some. Okay, ever heard of J.J. Cale?
J.J. Cale. I have. I have an album of his. I can't tell you all about him, but I've heard of him.
I think he's the original person who sang Cocaine.
Really?
She don't mind, she don't mind. I didn't know that was a cover. Did you?
I did not.
I thought that was just a Eric Clapton song. No, dude, it's a J.J. Cale song.
Yeah, it was written and recorded in 76 by J.J. Cale, but Eric Clapton popularized it in 77 on the album Slow Hand.
But they both came out with this. It was recorded in 76. I think it became a hit in 77. But I think because both of them released at the same. This is the second time this has come up on the show where they record, two people record the same song and release it on the same year.
Yikes! We can't play it on here because anytime we play anything more than 1 second of somebody else's music, but I'm gonna play on my own end J.J. Cale's version really quick.
It's not far off.
I think I like his a little better.
It's not far off from the original, but or from the one that we know, I should say. But it's crazy that these artists do this, period. Or did this. They're not really a thing anymore, right?
Their voices are very similar, but I almost like the J.J. Cale's version in the guitars and the music a little bit better.
It's less lively. It's
Just
less
the guitars?
silly, as they say.
It sounds pretty cool. Check it out. Okay,
Let's see here. Can we look up a picture of Peter McCann, specifically from whenever he performed it, Do You Want to Make Love? And tell me if this is the guy you want to make love to, because this guy looks like a serial killer.
Boy.
I don't know if you know who Peter McCann is.
He looks like a serial killer.
He should be wearing a brown turtleneck?
With the glasses on?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a creepy fella, dude.
It's okay, here we go.
Do you want to make love, or do you just want to do some over the clothes stuff? He says something like that. I forget. Yeah. That's not a joke. That's really him performing the song, and it's creepy, dude.
That is creepy.
Do you want to make love or just some over the clothes stuff? Yeah, there you go, right there, dude.
This looks like a mugshot.
Dude, he's a creep. He's a fucking dude. I mean, whenever you think like, hey, can I become a guardian to your daughter so I can take her across state lines? You think of that guy, not Elvis. You know?
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
That's it. I mean, let's be honest. Priscilla won. But at the same time, hey, dude, how many 14-year-old girls across the country would have killed to Ben Presley, dude? Literally killed. In those days, they would have literally killed.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
What a time. 77, baby.
You know what I was thinking about, too? Actually, yesterday I was thinking about this whenever we thought we were going to record yesterday. But back then, without the internet and shit, like, how did you find out a new album was coming?
I imagine the newspapers are just word of mouth. It also depends on like where city you live in, because the radio stations were different back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, how many? Okay, we don't even have to look this up. It's going to be a number we can't think of, or that it probably hasn't been like recorded. But how many albums on average a year do you think come out? 1,000?
I think more, right?
Domestically or internationally?
In 1977,
okay.
I wonder how many records are released by all the recording studios. You know, maybe 1,000?
I'd say 500.
I was thinking, so I'll go over 1,000. I'll go 1,500.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like Price's Right rules.
Okay.
750. Never mind.
9,999 or 999. Sorry. I really messed it up. I'm sorry, Bob or Drew Carey or whoever's running that goddamn show.
Carey with his sex dungeon. Look that up, by the way. That's a fun conspiracy theory.
Let's see here. If it says there's not much information about how many albums were released in 1977, but it goes on to tell us some of the best.
Okay. Well, let's just say it's 1,000. Even if you listen to the radio, there's no way they're going to be able to tell you all 1,000 of them. So, I mean, it's crazy that you would even how you would even find out about music. And here's the problem now, though. Here's the problem now, though, fellas. Tell me if y'all have this issue. Because we have access to all the music, I have a hard time finding out about new music. How do y'all find out about new music now?
For me, it's like who I'm following and stuff on Spotify. I'm a Spotify guy, and then it'll be like new release, new release. That's really the only way I'm seeing things. It is a good point.
We have too much information, or people in 1977 didn't have enough of it. It's fucking crazy, dude.
I mean, but at the same point, like, how excited do you get to hear? Like, I'm not overly excited about newer music. I feel like I listen to a lot of the stuff that I enjoy by bands I enjoy. Like, I'm not. They do have a new release section on Spotify. Every once in a while, I'll go to new releases and just see, and then I go through 1, 2, 3 songs. I'm like, this is fucking terrible.
This is all diarrhea music.
This isn't for me.
No, I agree. But what's popular? Who decides it's popular? That's the problem, right? You know, and who watches The Watchmen?
Zeitgeist.
Right? Zeitgeist, brother. Fucking God Save the Queen. Fun fact: a lot of people think they were industry plants. Sex Pistols.
Hmm?
What do you think about that?
I believe
see
it.
It couldn't be the first and last time that's ever happened, right?
But still, to this day, it's happening. You know, a little person named Taylor Swift comes to mind.
Think I've heard of him.
Yep.
He was one of the.
Cut that,
it was
dude. We don't need them on our asses.
It was the cousin of the Hanson sisters, right?
Yeah, those sexy Hanson sisters.
Elvis would have loved them.
Oh, for sure. Especially that young one, dude. They've been M-bopping all over their faces. Yeah, Sex Pistols, like, it makes sense now when you think about it. And then they had a bass player that literally couldn't play bass. Could not play bass. And then he died like right after their first album, right?
I'll go with it. I don't know. I was never a Sex Pistols fan.
Really?
I mean, I've heard their songs, but I was never like, oh, I love these guys. They're so awesome. But I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah,
don't yell at me.
I think it was just I think that they were an industry plant trying to capitalize off of the Ramones movement.
Yep.
The Ramones.
I mean, listen to them now. It's like they have the same beat, and like there's like the words are different for each song, but it's the same shit over and over. I'm just like, they're missed me.
It was the beginning of a genre. I can appreciate it for what it was.
And I love the Ramones. I still listen to them.
I don't get the Ramones. I feel the way I feel about real Ramones the way a lot of people feel about the Beatles. Just like that. Doesn't do. Fuck you, Joey Ramone. Just kidding.
Whoa. That was Burley. B-U-R. So far we have Joey Ramone coming at us, Taylor Swift and her probably group. There were Elvis, Estate, and Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and hold on, brother. Don't forget about what's his name? What's his name? Peter McCann. Don't forget about him with his fucking brown sweater.
He's coming at us. Yep.
Yeah, he's coming on us. You know what I mean?
Hey-o.
Let's see. Blinded by the Light. Does anybody know if he says deuce or douche?
Douche.
Wrapped up like a douche.
No, it's deuce, right? Or isn't that a motorcycle?
I don't know. I've never looked it up, but it sounds like douche.
It does. I mean, everybody says douche. Fairly certain it's a motorcycle and it's a deuce. Or a car. I think it's a motorcycle.
Okay, what about Kiss? What do y'all feel about Kiss?
Let me some Kiss.
Never got super into them, but I don't hate them. I mean, I don't think their music sucks. It's not for me.
They are marketing geniuses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I want to make Triple T condoms, but Kiss beat us to it.
Sons of bitches.
And then, okay, so I do want to talk for a second about, are you familiar with the band Boston?
Yeah.
They're
still playing the radio.
They released their self-titled album 1976, year before the year that we're in now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a little song called Foreplay pops up in 1977. Arguably the greatest rock song ever. It's one of my favorites of all time. And why nobody's never covered it makes no sense to me. Why has there not been a metal... that is the hardest song, dude. That Foreplay... But then the fucking drums going off on that song doesn't get talked about enough. And then it goes right into Long Time. It's been such a long time. Copyright strike.
Yep.
That song's good, but Foreplay goes so hard. Like, I had to learn it when I was a kid. Like, when I found that song, I'm like, this is what music's supposed to be.
It's awesome.
Are you familiar with Foreplay, Goot? The song, not actually,
My favorite part of the day.
fooling.
No, yeah, I love Boss. The song is like, it's depending like the music I listen to is like based on like music if I go work out. If I wake up in the morning, I get the music to get me going. So like Boston's one of them. That song Foreplay is like just that the tempo change and like how they just majestically just go through everything.
It's up and down. What's funny about Boston is all that crazy success, right? Within, I think it was 2 years. No, 3 years. Within 3 years of putting out that first album, they were broken up.
That happens, man.
They were done. They signed a 10-album deal, which was pretty common back then, but they signed a 10-album record deal, and it took them 3 years to put out their follow-up album, and then by the time that follow-up album even came out, they were already done.
Did any of those guys go on to like any other bigger bands?
The guitar player went solo. He got a record. He got his own record contract. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word contract. I'm a bit hungover, fellas.
No, it's okay.
And it was a C word. But he got kind of fucked over in the way they marketed it. Where like the Billboard said some things along the lines. They had a picture of him holding a guitar, and it said something along the lines of 12 million people have heard this man's guitar. Now get to know the owner. But he didn't want to be known as just the Boston guy. So he was all pissed off, and he kind of self-sabotaged that record deal. Like, yeah, those guys all went back to like their regular fucking jobs and shit, bro.
Could you imagine going from rock star putting out music to Cubicle or whatever you're doing again?
Polaroid. I think the main guy worked at Polaroid.
They got sued by CBS, it looks like, as well.
Boston did?
Yeah, between 79 and 85, there were solo projects and a CBS lawsuit, apparently.
Yeah, they were self-sabotaging to the nth degree, dude. They fucking, yeah. They just weren't cut out to be rock stars, dude. They were, the main guy basically put this band together on spur of the moment. He recorded all that shit in his basement. All the demos, he recorded himself in his basement, got himself a record deal, and he's like, fuck, now I have to have a band. That's basically what happened. It's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, Cypress Hill teaches us this, it's not easy being a rock star.
Interesting.
Okay, something's going on with me, fellas. I smell burning now.
There's that stroke.
Dude, I might be dying. There's a chance.
Well, you had 18 beers last night and a half bottle, maybe a quarter left of Fireball.
Fireball.
Is that why this is out?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yuck. Well, okay, did I have any of this? Because this was out with the cap off of it when I sat down.
You were trying to show off to me. I'm like, I pulled out, I was drinking Elijah Craig
That's what it
Toasted
was.
Barrel, and you pulled that out. I'm like, I'll go grab my Pappies then. You're like, ho, let's not go there yet.
Okay. Because there's still some in it. The cap was off. And I was, okay, all right. Yeah, it's after last night, I need a new hope.
So we can talk about rumors, though.
Well, no, I did not. Fleetwood Mac had dreams, dude. Lots of dreams and rumors of dreams. And I think a lot of Wiccans really love Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
Am I right?
It's tough to see her in the American Horror Story. She's in like the Coven in like the last season. I think the last good season. But she's in there and it's like she sings. So it's kind of like a mini music video. It's tough to watch. It's like
I need to watch that show. I have not. Might need to buy it today.
Ooh, you should. You should buy it and then back it up.
Back that ass up. Are you big Fleetwood Mac guys?
I am, yeah.
No, I'm not.
If it's on, it's on. I don't seek it out. Kind of like Steve Miller Band, outside of Fly Like an Eagle. What do you got?
Mm-hmm. What else you got? I'm not a Steve Miller.
I think he sings Abracadabra.
Yes, he does. The Joker.
Is that Steve Miller Band?
Space Cowboy.
Okay.
Is that straight? That's Steve Miller
So
too?
he's the Joker. He's Fly Like an Eagle. He's Abracadabra.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Pretty
Space
much.
Cowboy? Was that him?
Some people call me the Space Cowboy. But wait, did he have a song called Space Cowboy? Because that's called the Joker, the one I was just singing.
He probably did.
Listen, dude, they were all on drugs back then, bro. They were all on fucking drugs.
Mhm.
And every time they did drugs, they felt like foreigners because it felt like the first time.
That was good. That was good.
I like
And
doing the fat guy twist.
You know what? And sometimes they'd probably get a little too twisted and they'd have to stay in a hotel in California.
Yeah, what the smell of Khalees does or whatever, it's up in the air. That's what I was smelling just now.
Yeah.
What is that, by the way? What is that word that he says? Smell of Khalees does?
I don't know.
I just think it's more fun to just make up words.
Well, I think I'm making up words now. Hotel.
Well, Sting does. Just mumble 3 words and make sure you say the last one.
Mm-hmm.
California lyrics. Area on a dark desert highway. Warm smell of colitas.
Colitas.
What the hell is
going on?
colitas?
How do you
Hey,
spell it?
you're Hispanic, Goot. What's that mean?
No, he's referencing it's a Cali blend of shit. Colitas.
Colitas.
Oh, it's an inflammation of the large intestine.
Okay, it could also mean buttocks. In Hispanic culture, colitas is slang for the term buttocks.
It's also a kind
Mexico.
of Spanish slang for marijuana bud.
Yes.
That makes
That's
more
probably
sense.
the one. Yep, that's the one.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's marijuana or sexual slang.
Well, it means a lot of things, and apparently they were like, it can be whatever you want.
Goddamn Eagles. Yeah. You know that their greatest hits album is one of the most sold albums ever in history? Their greatest hits album is, like, I think it's top 5 most sold albums of all time or some shit like that.
Sure.
A greatest hits album. That's crazy.
It's funny because I feel like they bleed more into that country. They went more like country rock. So I think you hit both those demographics. That's why it does so well.
I mean, they are.
See what I mean?
They're Yankee fucking Leonard Skinner, dude.
38 times platinum it went.
It's crazy, right?
The head is
That's
unbelievable.
38 million albums sold, dude.
Yeah. Holy
Their
shit.
greatest hits, not
Dude.
an album.
Thriller was 34 million.
They outsold Thriller, dude.
And then Hotel California, that was 26 million. So not only did they have
Jesus.
that, but then they get the greatest hits from 71 to 75 with another 38 million. And we thought Kiss was marketing geniuses, whatever they did back in the day. Well
I
done,
can't
Eagles.
name the Eagles lead singer.
Don't know either.
38 times platinum, and I
we
don't
don't
know
know.
a single member of the Eagles.
Don something. Don Henning.
Don
Oh, no, Henley was drums, wasn't he?
Henley?
Joe Walsh was in it.
Joe Walsh.
Yeah.
I do know Joe
was he-
Walsh.
but
Warriors.
But I don't know if he was an original member, was he? Maybe? I don't know. They've had a lot of people.
That's Joe Walsh, right?
Yep.
Warriors, yeah.
Life's
It's a
been
different
good
multiple
to
like
me.
lead singers. Glenn Frey and Don Henley.
Glenn.
Well, the fact that we're all kind of fumbling across it, but we all know Gene Simmons, lets me know.
That's okay. Back to Kiss being a marketing. Yep.
I mean, shoot, do you see the Eagles with Scooby Doo? You don't.
No, I didn't. But I also haven't seen any other NBA teams with Scooby-Doo. It's only the Globetrotters.
Damn right.
Ooh. Well played.
Globetrotters.
Wrong.
Yep. Nope. Wrong show. All right.
All right, here. All right, let's wrap it up. We got about 10, 15, about 10
we gotta
minutes
get
left.
some movies in here.
Let's talk
That's a quick, fun segment.
movie.
So I can start this segment off by going to the Oscars, see the best actor, best actress, the best picture, what happened that year. So in 1977, you have Richard Dreyfuss, who was well known for playing Mr. Hooper in Jaws. He wins best actor for The Goodbye Girl, which I have no idea what's about, never saw it.
Takes two of us.
So
Richard Dreyfuss is doing some public appearances right now,
Yeah.
and he's having full like meltdowns.
What?
Pretty hilarious to watch. You know how much I love a fucking car crash. It's fucking wild.
I think good for him. He can do whatever he wants.
He's old. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's past that point. He doesn't even look behind him when he's backing out of the driveway. It's just like, I've lived this long.
It's so priceless to see someone being honest and like rather than say the same bullshit people want to hear, he's just being himself.
Yeah, that's how you can be. He's gonna need a bigger something, whatever.
Got enough
I love
money.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah. Best actress was Diane Keaton in this movie called Annie Hall. Best picture was Annie Hall, directed by Woody Allen.
Oh, okay. Speaking of better ass,
yeah,
huh?
Diane Keaton and Shelley Duvall. I didn't realize she was in that movie. It's pretty much examines the rise and fall of relationships and struggling. Like it's like one of those movies that like it speaks on like the social stuff. So it's like a message kind of like movie to tell you about like the coming of age stuff, like growing up and going through all this different stuff while growing up. That's all the movie is about. But it was a hit back in the day, so that's why it won Best Picture.
It was referred to as a nervous romance.
That's all Woody Allen's movies. He's what people write whenever that's the picture they draw when you say, describe a Jew. And it's just nervous soul fucking Woody Allen.
I thought it was the guy that invented fantasy football.
No, that was a Ruski. That's a Russian Jew. A Jewski.
So
It's like,
I like
I love when
the
he's got nothing
I'll say something, I'm like, don't say it.
yeah, and I love how it just came out. Moving on here.
I thought something like Burl and I were talking about backstage one time, then Euban jumped on and like we started like making fun of him with it, and he was so confused and like, yeah, thank God we weren't recording. So
Yeah.
I think that's the theme of the day.
That should be the page. We need a Patreon of just shit that we can't say on normal shit.
yeah. All right, so jumping into my my top 5 movies with time traveling totals. There's not much for honorable mention, so I kept it short and simple. My number 5, my favorite movie. These are all movies I've seen. Magic. It's a psychological tension, eerie atmosphere. Has what's his name?
I've never heard of this movie.
I've never heard of it either.
It's a good movie. It's a ventriloquist movie. I know his
Anthony
name.
Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, a very young Anthony Hopkins. He's in this movie. He has a doll with him, and he's so in tune with it. He thinks the doll comes to life, so it's like talking to him like to kill his girlfriend, the girl he's going after. It's a very good movie.
I don't like that cover one bit.
It's a good psychological movie. You don't know if the doll's alive or it's all in his head, and like he just has his breakdown, and like it's a good movie. It's on Shudder or
I will
whatever.
buy it after this.
Yes. So my totals are 6 dead bodies, 5 intense psychological breakdowns, 4 creepy ventriloquist demi scenes, 3 tension confrontations, 2 shocking twists that leave you questioning what's real, and just an iconic performance by Anthony Hopkins, and 1 dummy-induced nightmare you'll never forget.
I think I just had one from looking at the cover.
Yeah, that's it. Who do you think wins, that doll or Chucky?
Ooh.
Probably Chucky.
I don't know. I haven't seen Magic, so I can't really compare.
I'd give it to Chucky.
Yeah, because Chucky was demon-possessed.
Yeah. There's also a serial killer, too, so...
Who would you rather fight, Tyson or Chucky?
Tyson.
I could take Chucky, though. I could crush Chucky's head in.
Fucking gonna come after you over and over again.
Not if you put him in wood chipper.
They try... Bring him to a toy factory. So number 4, we got The Hills Have Eyes. It's Wes Craven's like brutal, nerve-shredding tale of survival. It's a cult classic. It's just raw, unflinching. Just to look what happens when unsuspecting family crosses paths with a clan of savage cannibals. So in that movie, there's 11 dead bodies, including humans, animals with plenty of blood, 8 brutal attacks, 6 terrifying mutant cannibals, 4 explosions, 3 kidnappings, 2 savage dog attacks, 1 creepy desert setting, and 1 unforgettable showdown. it's pretty much a survival of the fittest. Stakes just life between like literally life and death. Has shocking violence, relentless tension, and a story that doesn't pull the punches. It's a good movie to watch. It's one of the originals.
Is that you like this one better than the ones that they made whenever we were younger?
I do. This one has like the tension. I love Wes Craven as a director. Like what he can get on film. Like this, his vision for something is so spectacular. He did a great job. He died way too early, so definitely liked it a lot. Number 3, Rolling Thunder. Has anybody seen that one?
Rolling Thunder. That's Bob Seger, right?
No, it's
I just wanted to do that. Sorry.
This is a great movie. It's a brutal tale of vengeance. It has William Devane and Tommy Lee Jones. It follows a veteran coming back from the Vietnam War. He finds out his family's got killed. And so this one guy, the family got killed. He goes to Tommy Lee Jones and like he says, I found the people who did it. And it's such a perfect scene because like you see Tommy like change character, and then he goes, I'll get my supplies, and like they just go to fucking war. It's just intense and beautiful movie. But during the movie, there's 18 dead bodies, 6 intense shootouts, 5 bloody confrontations, 4 mutilations, 3 major explosions, 2 hardened Vietnam vets, and 1 relentless quest for revenge. So I love movies with a revenge factor, a vengeance factor. Number 2, well, James Bond, The Spy Who Loved Me. Just a great movie with Roger Moore taking the helm of James Bond in this saga. What's up?
Yeah, that artwork looks cool.
Badass, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is pretty sweet. I'd put it on a t-shirt.
Why did they separate Beyond like that?
Oh no, I think it was to get your attention.
Because
Infinity?
everyone young owes
I'm trying to think who sang.
Elvis dick.
Yeah, I was trying to think like who sang the intro. But no.
I don't know.
But
The world is not enough. That's the only Bond song I know.
Adele's version, I love Adele's version.
It's Adele. I used to be fat.
Dude, you got it. Dude, you
Yeah, dude. If her husband has never said that once, or like it was said like by the best man at the wedding or something, somebody better have made that joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are children.
Yes. But during the movie, there's 28 dead bodies, 10 explosive action scenes, car chases to underwater battles, 8 epic stunts, included the famous ski jump off a cliff scene, which Tom Cruise has ripped off plenty of times now. 5 high-tech gadgets, just like a car that can turn into a submarine, 4 beautiful Bond girls, 3 major villain layers, underwater base and a super tanker, 2 intense fight scenes with Jaws, a saber-tooth, steel-tooth henchman, pretty much, and Nobody Does It Better by Carly Simon. That's the Bond theme song I was thinking about.
There it is. You knew it the whole time.
Nobody Does It Better. And then number 1 on my list, obviously a Star Wars: A New Hope, and finally blast off to a new galaxy away, far, far away. There's actually the totals in this one made me laugh. There's 117 dead bodies from stormtroopers, rebel soldiers, and plenty of extras caught in the crossfire. 7 epic space battles, 6 lightsaber duels, 5 memorable alien species from Wookiees, Jawas, and Yoda. 4 heroic droids, 3 planet-destroying superweapons, 2 iconic one-liners. Obviously, may the Force be with you, and I got a bad feeling about this. And 1 galaxy-altering victory as the Alliance takes down the Death Star.
Classic.
What was the old Hope?
We haven't seen that yet. That's what?
That's coming out soon, right? 2027?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind as well, by the way. 1977.
Didn't make my list. It's number 6.
No, it didn't make the list. I just tossed it out there. I've never seen it. I just know the iconic. I just know
All
that shit.
Steven Spielberg.
Hey, isn't Close Encounters of the Third Kind also fucking old Jaws boy?
Yeah, Steven Spielberg.
No.
John Williams.
No, the actor.
Dreyfus.
Dreyfus.
Yeah, he's
Isn't that
an
Dreyfus? Yeah, okay. Okay, man.
Look at
me.
you. What
Buy
a
it.
good year for him.
Call me Annie Hall. I already have it. I also have New York. That's my other than Star Wars. New York with Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro.
Oh,
Young De Niro.
Came that year, yeah. I don't know who
Wow.
it was directed by, but Martin Scorsese. My bad. Yeah,
that's a good pull.
this is Scorsese.
Early movies.
Tell you what, 77, not bad.
I like it.
I didn't hate it. Good
I like it.
music,
Plus-
good movies.
Star Wars. Come on.
Star Wars.
Let's
I'm
start it
interested
all.
to see where this ranks. This could be up there in the
I
old
think
rankings.
so as well. Also, before we leave, I have one question for y'all. I just looked it up while y'all were talking about James Bond. How many women do you think James Bond has slept with?
69.
Why haven't they figured that out?
That has to be a thing that somebody knows, right?
No, I know the number. I looked it up.
Oh,
So from
Yeah.
all the movies to Daniel Craig's Days
all the way
Bond,
through today, yeah. It's less than I thought.
Oh, 51.
what did you think originally? If you didn't know the answer,
I would have thought triple digits.
and the reveal.
58.
Damn. Goot wins again, you son of a bitch.
You didn't even guess. Let's be honest here, Matt.
Yeah, I did. I said 69.
To 69.
Oh, I didn't know that was your old guess.
Yeah.
I thought you were joshing. Thought you were
That was
just
my guess.
being a josher.
It would have been fitting. But what do we know?
There was a joke there somewhere.
There was.
All right.
Let's
I'm
send
off
this
today,
back.
fellas. Sorry.
Let's send this back. Let's go back to reality.
All right.
Go
Back
back home.
to life. Back to reality. Who sang that
Bum,
song?
bum.
Let's just hit it. And
I'm not gonna lie, just picture the Close Encounters of the Third Kind music happening. That's Triple T.
Maybe we'll have a new song next
you
week.
seen that one, Matt? That's the question.
Hey,
Have you seen any of the movies we just mentioned?
I've seen the Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I can tell because you call it the Star Wars.
I've seen the Star Wars. Hey, I'm not a Star Wars nerd by any means, but I've seen the Star Wars.
Yes, you have.
But no, I didn't see the other ones. Nope. Sorry about that, but that's all we got. I don't know. I got nothing else. You guys got anything else?
I got nothing. Just a toodaloo.
Ooh, toodaloos to you and me and you. Ooh. All right, we're out here. We'll be back next week. Appreciate you, Goop. Appreciate you, Burley, and anybody that's still listening for whatever reason. We appreciate you as well. Okay, bye.